Well, hey there, it's John here, and I'm back in the Eastman Discovery Lab at the Hands-On Discovery Center with another activity that you guys can do at home. Because today is actually the 153rd birthday of the architect Frank Lloyd Wright. I wanted to make one of his most iconic decorations that he put in a lot of his house. Stained glass. Now, real stained glass, you have to actually break apart glass panels and solder them together. Probably not the safest thing to do at home, but we're gonna recreate a stained glass masterpiece using glue and maybe a little bit of food coloring. You'll also need just a blank picture frame. This one I actually got at the dollar store, so for $1 you can make like this awesome piece of artwork. We don't need the backing of it, we just need the glass or plastic panel in the front. Hey, let go, which we are going to paint with glue. Now, most of the works that Frank Lloyd Wright made were very geometrical. So this one, I actually used just a straight ruler to create these geometrical lines and maybe like a circular pattern to kind of break up all those rigid lines. But you could also print out like a floral picture, look up one of like your favorite cartoon characters and trace that. Works awesome any way you choose to, but you're going to want to take your template that you make and slide it underneath your glass panel. This will help be a guide as we try to make the black lines that separate out the colored piece of glass. To make those black lines, you're going to take a bottle of white glue and we're actually going to dye it using some black paint. Here I actually mixed in a little bit of blue just to make it look a bit more like steel, kind of like a clearer metal. There we go. And because the white glue dries clear, whatever pigment you add to it will be very visible once it is dry. Then, to mix it in, you just kind of shake it up for a while. Make sure it is thoroughly, evenly distributed all the way through this bottle of glue. And now we're going to kind of like pipe this, almost like icing a cake, along all of the lines that you have done. And if you open the bottle all the way, you might notice that the glue just kind of pours out because we've thinned it with the paint. So you want to open it just a little bit so a tiny, tiny stream of glue comes out. Then, as I said, you're just going to follow your lines here, adding a nice line of glue. And this is going to become like the separation, the metal that actually separates the panes of glass. Once it is thoroughly done, let it dry because you don't want the pigmented paint or the glass color paint to kind of flow over it. This is going to be a border that separates out those colors. How do you get those colors, you might be wondering? Well, at the same dollar store, I happened to find translucent craft glue. Again, for $1, I have 6 colors pre-made. But if you don't have that, you can get a bottle of clear glue and actually dye it using food coloring. So you could maybe put a little bit there, a little bit there. Of course, you'll want to take your time and not be as messy as I am. There we go. 3 colors is a good place to start. And just add some food coloring. Mix it in. And again, because the glue dries very clear, whichever pigment you add to it is going to be the color that you see. Let's do some red here. And maybe some blue. And if you've ever seen a stained glass panel, the cool thing about stained glass, when they make it, it's usually not one solid color all the way through the glass. A lot of times there are imperfections. So when I made mine, I actually mixed in maybe a little bit of red inside of the yellow panel to create kind of orangish colors. Get creative with this and try to make it look as real as possible. Here we go. Now, once the glue lines have dried, remember, make sure that they are thoroughly dried. You can go in with your dyed clear glue and just start filling in the actual panels themselves. Again, you don't want it to be, well, you could if you want, but you don't want it to be super uniform color. You can leave some areas where maybe just the backing is showing through. When you hang this up, that will actually look like clear glass. Or, as I said, you could mix colors together. Here we have yellow, and if we put this close to the red, it'll mix together to make oranges. And that really gives it like this dynamic, almost realistic glass look. Again, you're going to want to fill in as much or as little of these panel pieces as you want, because I was trying to make one that looked like Frank Lloyd Wright's actual stained glass. I left a whole bunch of them clear and filled in just basic solid colors here. And again, we don't want this backing piece in the back of our picture. So once you have finished coloring them, this part with like the little frame on it, you can just throw it away. We want the frame and the clear panel that we have painted because this is going to look like real glass. When you hang this up in the window, sunlight is going to pass through the back and make it look like it's glowing, this beautiful, colorful stained glass panel. Try this one out at home, guys, and let me know how it works out for you. Give us a thumbs up if you like this video, and subscribe to our channel so you never miss a new video post. Also, check out the description below where we're going to have some standards listed to this art project, and also some information on how you guys at home can help support us in keeping the science alive. But I think I'm going to go make another panel here. I'm going to go finish this one if I can pick it up. Bye, guys!